Good morning, student. Hope you all are fine and safe. Okay. In the previous class from the chapter organizing, we have studied about the process of the organizing. But in today's class, we are going to start about the organization structure. Let's first understand the meaning of the organization structure. What does it mean? Organization structure explain the positions and the official relationship between the various individual in the organization. So basically organization structure क्या होता है, जिसके अंदर हम क्या explain करते हैं, position of the employees or the workers who work in the organization, and also the relationship between the various individuals or the employees of the organization. ओके, तो बेसिकली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर क्या बताता है कि ऐसी रिलेशनशिप को डेवलप करता है और ऐसे पोजीशन को सेटअप करता है जिससे कि हमारा जो भी वर्क है वो ईजिली कैरिड आउट हो जाए विदाउट एनी डिस्टर्बेंसेस. सो इट इज़ बेसिकली द फ्रेमवर्क within which the managerial and the operating tasks are performed. Also, the Peter A. Drucker has given the meaning of the organization structure that it is an indispensable means and the wrong structure will seriously impair business performance and even destroy it. ओके, indispensable का क्या मतलब होता है? indispensable मीन्स वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर क्या है? बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. और अगर हमारा रॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर सपोज हम डेवलप कर लेते हैं तो ये हमारी बिजनेस परफॉर्मेंस को, ओवरऑल बिजनेस परफॉर्मेंस को डिस्ट्रॉय भी कर सकता है. As you see in this figure, this is basically the diagrammatic representation of the organization structure. Basically, it is an organizational chart that is representation of the organization structure that show name and designation function of personnel in an organization. As you see in this, the topmost level we have a chairman, then under chairman we have a vice chairman, then under vice chairman there are different departments. Suppose quality department, human resources department, legal affair department, construction department, financial affair department, marketing, sales and PR department. And under each department the work that they perform is assigned. Suppose quality department will see the quality control and check the quality and assurance. Human resource department will recruitment and evaluation, means they will recruit the employees and evaluate their performance. Under the construction department, the different workers that they work are civil engineer, mental engineer, electromechanical engineering. Under marketing and sales department we see marketing technique and sales of customer services. So this is the basically the example of the organization structure. Okay, so organization structure क्या होता है? जिसके अंदर हम अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट को कंस्ट्रक्ट करते हैं और जो भी हमने स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म करा है हमारा वर्क भी सिमिलरली वैसे ही कैरिड आउट होगा. Now, there are two types of organizational structure. The first is the functional structure and second is the divisional structure, and we will study one by one. Okay, but in today's class I am going to discuss about the functional structure. What is the functional structure? Okay, so now what is functional structure? It is a type of the organizational structure formed by grouping of job of similar nature under major functions and organizing these as separate department. All department report to a coordinating head. So basically functional structure या क्या होता है? फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर एक टाइप का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर है जिसमें हम क्या करते हैं, ग्रुप करते हैं जॉब्स को ऑफ सिमिलर नेचर और अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट फॉर्म करते हैं बेसिकली सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट फॉर डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज़ एंड ऑल दिस डिपार्टमेंट हैव टू रिपोर्ट टू अ कोऑर्डिनेटिंग हेड. फॉर एग्जांपल, इन अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फर्म all jobs related to a production are grouped in production department. Job related to purchase under purchase department. Example, companies like Maruti Udyog, Bata, Britannia Industries, etc. follow the financial structure. So these are the example of the financial functional structure, that is Maruti Udyog, Bata, Britannia, under which different activities are performed. And as you see below, it is the figure of the functional structure that managing director. Under the managing director, there are four different departments, that is product department, marketing, purchasing, human resources, and each department perform their own work and they have to report to the head, that is the MD or the managing director. Now we will study about the merits or the advantages of the functional organization. The first advantage is functional specialization. And what does it mean? It means when emphasis is placed on a specific function, that is, this promotes efficiency in utilization of manpower, as employees are required to perform the similar tasks within a department regularly. This improves employees' performance and lead to the specialization in the organization. बेसिकली फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर में क्या करते हैं, जब अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट हम कंस्ट्रक्ट कर देते हैं तो हर एक डिपार्टमेंट में इंडिविजुअल क्या करता है, एक स्पेशलाइज करता है अपने ही डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर, जिससे कि एम्प्लॉय की जो परफॉर्मेंस है वो इम्प्रूव हो जाती है एंड विच ओवरऑल लीड टू द स्पेशलाइजेशन फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. The next is better control and coordination. It promotes control and coordination within a department because employee performs similar tasks. So, functional structure also increases the control and coordination among the employees as they perform the similar tasks. The next is efficiency. Efficiency helps in increasing managerial and operational efficiency, and this results in increased profit. So basically functional structure increases overall efficiency and which indirectly increase our profit. Next is minimize cost. Functional structure lead to minimum duplication of effort which results in lower the cost. So the cost get reduced under the functional structure. Next point is facilitate training. It makes training of the employees more easy as they are trained in limited range of skill, that is in their respective department. So facilitate training में क्या है, जो functional structure है वो लिमिटेड ट्रेनिंग ही प्रोवाइड करता है, जिससे कि लिमिटेड स्किल्स यानी कि अपने अपने डिपार्टमेंट की स्किल्स जो है जितनी नेसेसरी है उसकी ट्रेनिंग मिले और वो एनहांस हो जाए. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज प्रॉपर अटेंशन. It ensures that different functions like production, marketing, finance get due attention. Also, under the functional structure, the various other departments also get the proper attention. So these are the merits, that is functional specialization, efficiency, effective control and coordination, reduce cost or minimize cost, proper attention, ease to train employees and increase the profit. Okay, the next topic is demerits or the disadvantages of the functional structure. The following are the disadvantages, that is de-emphasize on organizational objective, problem in coordinations, conflict of interest, inflexibility, difficulty in fixing accountability. Let's understand all these demerits one by one. Starting with the first, that is de-emphasize on organizational objectives. Under the functional structure, more emphasis is given on accomplishing the departmental objective rather than the overall objectives of the organization. It will have adverse effect on the company. As we have seen that in functional structure, the more importance is given on different department rather than the overall objective. सो इसके अंदर क्या होता है, जो हमारा ओवरऑल ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है वो कहीं ना कहीं जाके डिक्रीज़ हो जाता है और डिपार्टमेंट के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हमारे इंक्रीज़ हो जाते हैं. दैट विल एडवर्सली इफेक्ट ऑन द कंपनी. ओके, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज प्रॉब्लम इन कोऑर्डिनेशन. It may be difficult to achieve coordination as information has to be exchanged across functionally differentiated department. अब कोऑर्डिनेशन में क्या है कि अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट में, सपोज प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट, सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट, मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट, इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट टू हैव कोऑर्डिनेशन अमंग ऑल दीज डिपार्टमेंट. सो ये कहीं ना कहीं ओवरऑल हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को इफ़ेक्ट करता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज इंटर डिपार्टमेंटल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. इट मे लीड्स टू कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बिटवीन टू और मोर डिपार्टमेंट इफ देयर interests are not compatible. Example, the sales department may insist on a customer friendly design which may cause difficulty for production department. Interdepartmental conflict also arises when responsibility are not clearly separated. So interdepartmental conflict का मतलब है कि different department में हो सकता है कि conflicts हो जाए जिससे कि हमारा ओवरऑल ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, वो डिक्रीज़ भी हो सकता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, इसने एग्जांपल बोला है कि सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट वांट्स टू प्रोड्यूस और वांट्स टू डिज़ाइन द कस्टमर फ्रेंडली प्रोडक्ट बट the production department does not agree on it. So it might lead to the conflict among both the department. Okay, the next point is inflexibility. Employees get training of a single function only, that is the department which they belong, so they can't be shifted to the other department. Inflexibility अभी हमने पढ़ा था कि एम्प्लॉयज़ को हम ट्रेनिंग देते हैं उनके पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट की. Suppose if we want to shift one employee to the another department, we cannot shift. Why? Because he does not have that adequate training of the another department, so which leads to inflexibility in the functioning of that employee. Okay, next point is difficulty in fixing accountability. Accountability means answerability. So it becomes difficult to hold a particular department responsible for any problem. For example, when sales are declining, then who is responsible, the production department or the marketing department? So under the functional structure, it is very difficult to find out whose responsibility for not working any task or not completing any work. For example, if there is any decline in the sales, then who we should blame? We will blame the production department or the market department. So it is very difficult in finding out who is responsible for the work not complete. Okay, so these are the basic demerit, that is de-emphasize on organizational objective, problem and coordination, conflict of interest, inflexibility, and difficult in fixing accountability. Okay, we will do that divisional structure in the next class. Okay, student, thank you.